political discussion. Two news are surfacing at the headline. People that do not know that European Union countries, European Union 27 countries, all of sudden they are meeting in Copenhagen. Copenhagen is capital of Denmark country, Copenhagen. And all of sudden, all European nations head of the state, Honorable President of France, Mr. Emmanuel Macron, Honorable Prime Minister of United Kingdom, Mr. Keir Starmer, and then German Chancellor Mr. Friedrich Merz, and so many. Poland head of the state, all European Union head of the state, they are meeting in Copenhagen as a kind of a urgent summit out there. Okay, we will discuss it. And reason is that Russian drones, Russian drones have been found over Poland. The Russian drones have been found over Germany, northeast of Germany, and Russian drones have been found over Denmark, and it is giving a red signal on the Denmark. So all of a sudden, means European Union country have assembled in the Denmark Copenhagen to counter Russian drone attack. This is what the news is surfacing, and everyone is assembled out there. But we will talk about Mr. Donald Trump. His video. Okay, there is one more news that more or less it is finalized from 6th of the October. 6th October. Today is 3rd of October. 3 days after today, the Nobel Award will start. Nobel the commencement of announcement commencement of announcement of Nobel Award would happen from the 6th of the October. And this is the recent news coming. And it will go till 13th of October. Six sectors in which Nobel Award name has to be declared. Five names will come from Sweden, that is in economics, biology, physics, chemistry, and peace prize. Five Nobel Award, and one that I'm sorry, it is physics, chemistry, biology, means physiology, three, and then economics. Okay, how much it is? Four, and literature. Five Nobel Award announcement will happen from Sweden, and one Nobel Award announcement will happen from the Oslo, that is in Norway. And everyone is waiting at the Oslo Nobel Award, that is Nobel Award for the Peace, that what is the announcement that is going to come from the Norway as Nobel Peace Prize. Everyone has eye on it, because this is going to change the world. If Donald Trump receives Nobel Peace Award, then it is going to change the world in a way that people would understand that this is the way to get Nobel Award. Force any country people to starve, kill them. When Donald Trump came into the picture, then Gaza Strip around 57,000 people had been killed in 1.5 years. 57. Now more or less data is crossing 66,000. Means we can say around 9,000 people got killed when Donald Trump came into the picture. Many people are dying out of hunger, forcibly famine or forcibly hunger. So people would understand that people who do like this, they force people to starve, they receive Nobel Peace Award, and this will create another arena, another trend towards the head of the state, any country head, another trend that force any country to starve and you will get Nobel Peace Award. So this time it is very important. Loosely we will talk about it, but now we will talk about the South Korea, the October last week, the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit that is going to happen. This is considered as the at the same level what SCO has happened in China. SCO summit 2 months back, SCO I mean 1 month back, SCO summit happened in China. Just I believe 31st October and 1st of September, and that was considered as one of the most historical SCO summit happened. Now the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit that is scheduled to happen in the October end in South Korea, I believe in the Seoul, that is considered as the one of the biggest event that happened in 2025. All the Pacific nation countries are participating into it. Russia, China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Japan, and anyway, Korea. I don't think North Korea. Okay, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia. Okay, Brunei. Papua New Guinea, Australia, New Zealand. From this side, western from the Asia side, and from the North from America side, it is Canada, United States, Mexico, Peru, and Argentina. So these countries would meet there in economic cooperation meeting. Okay, why it is sensible? It is very sensible for India. India understanding the power of Asia Pacific economic cooperation meeting. India had tried joining this group, but it was rejected in 2023, more or less claiming that India is not part of Asia Pacific Ocean. Okay, I have already said this, that India is now penalized for not having a good relationship with Asian nations. Myanmar onwards till Philippines, potentially India does not have any relationship. No one goes to Myanmar or something like that to have a livelihood or to have a business. Nothing is there. If one or two people are going, then only they go to the Thailand for tourist kind of thing. Otherwise, there is no serious engagement India is into with this country. So India was discarded joining this, but this is very important now. Okay, why it is important? Because of the changing trade rule of United States. The way United States has put tariff on all the country. Some time back, there was more or less there was no tariff into the United States if countries are exporting their product. Tariff level was very low if we see the international forum. International export generally happens on need basis. International exports generally happens on need basis. Need basis means if India need a laptop, then laptop will come from China. This is how export import happens. If India needs something else and India needs like India imports soya bean oil, a oil that comes from the soya bean. That oil India import. India needs it. This is one scenario. Another scenario is some country deliberately it is seeing your country as a big market and it is flooding its product into your country. That is another arena. That will come under active trade. Active trade. One is necessity trade or passive trade. You need it. That's why items comes from the outside. In that fashion, generally the country they don't put a high import tariff, because if they put high import tariff, then people would suffer. So in international community, generally trade tariff does not happen. Generally, trade tariff, the taxes, generally import taxes, generally it does not happen. It started only after Donald Trump came into the picture on 20th January 2025. Prior to it, like if I say India and European Union, then India export product to the European Union, and around 70% of the product is not taxed into European Union. If India is sending products to the European Union, 70% of it is completely tax free, and others they range from 2% to 15%. On an average, it is 2.4 or 2.6% only. That's this is the international trade. Donald Trump is the first person who came forward and saying 10%, 20%, 30%, 50%. This has never been seen in the past, never. Because people need it and someone is giving you, then you should be thankful to him. If people need to eat basmati rice in United States, then they should be thankful to the India if India give it to them, rather than putting tariff on 50% tariff on India, saying that you are taking lot of money from us. Then don't eat. Then don't eat. Anyway, means generally that's why international tariff is very low. But right now, the way Donald Trump has started a new culture of international tariff, everyone is suffering here, suffering. And the biggest sufferer right now, one of the biggest sufferer is American farmers, American agriculture companies. They produce soybean. Soybean. America is the second largest producer or exporter of soybean, around I believe 25 million ton. 25 million ton. 1 million means 10 lakhs. 25 means 2.5 crore ton of soybean United States export, and 50% of it comes to China only. Means American soybean farmers and the agricultural company who produce soybean, they are completely dependent upon China. China purchase soybean, and in that fashion they are dependent upon the China. China imports soybean and they produce soybean oil. and then they export to India. I mean, surprisingly, India imports soybean oil from the Brazil, Argentina, and China. Okay, Brazil is the number one exporter of the soybean or soybean oil whatsoever. Now, with the competition in the trade tariff, now China has imposed 20% tariff on the soybean. Earlier, it would be 0%, I believe, or 1%, 2%. Now it has risen to 20%. Whereas America, people know that they have put 30% tariff on China. So China has put 20% tariff on the soybean product. More or less, Chinese importers are not buying American soybean now, and it is becoming a big concern now. It is becoming a big concern. Okay, how much I believe it is in billions. Actually, I was trying to calculate. I believe it is more than I believe $3 to $4 billion or more than that. I have to confirm it. So it is in billions that American farmers are losing now because of China importers. They are not buying the American soybean. I believe it is $4 to $5 billion. That is a very high amount, or more than that. Consider it is around $10 billion. I'm not sure about it. Now the American farmers are losing heavily. Why they are losing heavily? Because Chinese importers now they are giving priority to the Brazilian exporter. Brazilian. So now China is importing soybean from the Brazil because 20% tariff China has put on the American soybean. It is costlier than Brazil. So all soybean into the China is coming from the Brazil. More or less 12 million, 12, 12 million ton of the soybean from the United States into the China has turned into zero. If it has turned into zero, then now American farmers are in tremendous pressure. Now, when Donald Trump has said that when he will meet Xi Jinping in South Korea under Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation, then he will raise concern about the tariff on the soybean. So probably they will settle down on the lower tariff. That is the one possibility. What is other possibility? Other possibility is American president when he see that India imports soybean oil, then he will put pressure on the India to buy soybean oil so that trade deal would continue now. Means India will be now another hub to buy more agricultural product from the United States. India is already in pressure to buy the milk, buy the cow milk from the United States. Not only that, United States is eyeing upon opening dairy farms in India, and in dairy farms from India, they will produce milk and they will supply the Indian market, and that will be 10% or 15% lower price than the Indian cow milk. This is the one item that America is looking. Otherwise, the genetically modified seeds or the food grains America would supply, and in that scenario, soya bean will also come on the top of India. Soya bean from the America. Probably it would not be of very high quality. If you see food grains from the America, they are not indigenous variety. They are genetically modified and they are cultivated through fertilizer, tractor and irrigation system is also artificial. In that fashion, whatever food grain you get, more or less it will be poisonous only. Okay, in the name of sake, it will be soya bean, but it will not be that nice if someone produces in India. So, I mean, it is not good for the Indian consumer. But this is what American president would force upon India. Okay, let's go for the trade deal, and you have to buy soybean from the United States. Means day by day, India is coming under a pressure of America day by day. Anyway, we hope that trade deal with United States and China would take place in the Korea, and they will reduce each other's trade tariff, and soybean of United States would come to China, not to India. India is already in tremendous pressure from the United States. Buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. If people remember Indonesia, Indonesia has promised America to buy $4.5 billion worth agriculture product every year that Indonesia has already signed a deal. Okay, now if India also sign a deal, unnecessarily India will come under pressure of buying the soybean also. This is something that is coming in the limelight of the Asia Pacific Summit that is expected to happen in the October end. Donald Trump has mentioned it very clearly that soybean issue will be topmost priority of the United States when he will meet Xi Jinping. Okay, now it is Xi Jinping that he go with the reducing the tariff, or then otherwise it will get rooted. It will by default it will get rooted to the India. This is called shunting. Shunting means if current is flowing through a load, if current is flowing through a load, place a lesser resistance in the parallel, then current will flow through the lesser resistance path, and that is called shunting. So unnecessarily India will be shunted out, and whatever is unwanted thing in United States, it will start coming to the India. India is already under so many pressure of buying not buying the American product. More headache will come anyway. Let's talk about the Copenhagen. Copenhagen summit is going on, and 27 European Union countries they have assembled in the Copenhagen. And in Copenhagen, the primarily issue is how to tackle Russia. So we have means they are talking about the combined technology of the European Union, and then supporting more toward the Ukraine in the technology arena, in the money arena, in the monetary, in the military arena, in NATO forces or whatsoever. They have to so support the Ukraine more towards it. Okay, if this is really serious issue, then European Union will also think about India, because India is supporting Russia with money, $68 billion. India is purchasing crude oil or other material from the Russia, and that is the why European Union are also in problem because of Russia, because of the India. So India will see another pressure from the European Union also. This is the another future basis. But I mean, this is what is printed in the newspaper, and I'm just reading it through. What is behind the scene? Is it what the really the truth of the Copenhagen all of sudden meeting that is happening nowadays? Means all leaders are there in Copenhagen. Is it the really the reason for the Copenhagen meeting? Okay, let's proceed on this. Now, police in Poland, police in Denmark. Now, who have seized the drone? If they have seized the drone or they have tracked the drone, drone that is kind of flying over the kind of Copenhagen or Denmark or Poland or Germany, the police they are not sure that it is from Russia only. Okay, means they are trying to identify the source of the drone, but they are not sure that it is from Russia. The question is arising, when you are not sure that drone is from Russia, then all of a sudden how 27 countries they are all of a sudden they are meeting in Copenhagen. With this small issue, so small issue, how 27 country head are meeting in Copenhagen. If people they do not know, Copenhagen is a country. I mean, Denmark is a country which is very near to Norway. Denmark is a country which is very near to Norway. And Norway is the place where in a week time the Nobel Peace Prize name will be announced. And Mr. Emmanuel Macron and other leaders from the European Union who first tried bringing the resolution against Israel in United Nations Security Council, and which was vetoed by the Donald Trump. And then they brought this in making Palestine as an independent country in United Nations General Assembly. Okay, and then it passed by the majority 143 vote against the 11 vote that was they voted against it, 9 vote or 11 votes. Okay, and after that, Donald Trump had started one kind of measure to completely close down the Gaza war. Okay, more or less, Benjamin Netanyahu would do whatever Donald Trump is saying. So more or less, we can say Gaza war is over. Gaza war is over. Means Netanyahu has kept quiet. Means Gaza war is over. Now Donald Trump would now he would boast that he has ended all the wars, all the wars. Okay, either it is Armenia, Azerbaijan war, India, Pakistan war, Thailand, Cambodia war, Iran and Israel war, 4 war, and then it is Congo and Rwanda war, and then it is Kosovo and Serbia war. How about 6 war? 6 war. Okay, there is one more war. Now Donald Trump is saying that eighth war between Hamas and Israel also he has controlled. What else Nobel Peace Prize Committee wants? When he has ended The 8 wars in past 8 months, that he must receive Nobel Peace Award anyway. Because of this only, this leader, this Copenhagen meeting, it is getting hot now. And these leaders, they don't have to do anything with the Russia. They are not that fool. And they have assembled in the Copenhagen primarily to kind of to make a scenario in Copenhagen that why Donald Trump should not receive Nobel. Means someone would say that people who are anti to the Donald Trump, as far as his Nobel Peace Award is concerned, all have assembled in Copenhagen. There is a president, I believe, of Albania, Mr. Edi Rama. Edi Rama, he is the president of Albania. Albania is a country that is near to Athens in Europe, means touching Asia more or less. It has good Muslim population though, Albania. Okay, now the head of the state or president of Albania, now he is sharing laughter out there. Means he is laughing at Donald Trump mistakenly. Donald Trump, rather than saying he has ended Azerbaijan Armenia war, by mistake he said Azerbaijan Albania war. Instead of Armenia, he said Albania. Means that can be slip of tongue or whatsoever. This cannot be considered a very serious issue. Anyone can make mistake. He was listing all the wars that he has ended, and then he said Azerbaijan Albania war also he has ended. Whereas it is not Albania, it is Armenia. Long lasting war between Armenia and Azerbaijan. These two head of the state, I believe in August time frame, they went to meet Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is counting on it. Now the Albania president, he is in Copenhagen, and now he is laughing now. He is saying that, boss, we are nowhere in the war with Azerbaijan for long term. Okay, this is completely false that Donald Trump is saying. Then Mr. Keir Starmer, he is saying that actually Donald Trump has not ended Azerbaijan Albania war. Actually, he has ended Azerbaijan and Armenia war. Azerbaijan and Armenia war. Means instead of Azerbaijan, he is saying Azerbaijan and Armenia war. Means they are laughing at Donald Trump. Why they are laughing at Donald Trump? So that news would come in the newspaper. Now, newspaper, if you see on internet or whatsoever, it is flooded with this news. That Keir Starmer and then German Chancellor and then French President, Albania President, all are laughing at Donald Trump. That he is citing that he has ended war where this war has never taken place between Azerbaijan and Albania. Means what Donald Trump wants. Okay, it looks like very silly thing, but it is very serious. Emmanuel Macron is a person who is he and anyone is serious about his life. Anyone, the most serious thing that he sees is his life only. The most serious thing. And Emmanuel Macron has taken the Gaza Strip as if it is his life only. Means Emmanuel Macron is a person who has triggered the Copenhagen meeting, and their main job, rather than discussing about the Russia, their main job is to laugh at Donald Trump only, and all news are flooded with the laughing at Donald Trump, making joke at Donald Trump, so that these tons of news from the Copenhagen would go to the Oslo. Oslo, that is the where the Nobel Peace Award name will come out, and they will be forced to think that when Donald Trump do not remember the name of Armenia, then how he has ended the war. When you have ended any war, you cannot misspell the name. Armenia cannot become Albania. Okay, this proves that he is not very serious about the war, ending the war. Rather, he is more serious about receiving the Nobel Peace Award. This is the message that Nobel Peace Award committee would receive from the Copenhagen, because they would have met in Germany also. When Russian drone is seen on Germany, when Russian drone is seen in Poland, they could have met in Poland also. Even in fact, Poland was better. It is touching the Ukraine. Okay, but they met in Copenhagen. That is more or less near to the Norway only. Now it looks like that Nobel Peace Award has turned into war now. War between European Union and Donald Trump, or war between Mr. Emmanuel, Honorable President of France, Mr. Emmanuel Macron and Donald Trump. Now, Emmanuel Macron vowed, or he has taken a pledge that he will not let Donald Trump receive Nobel Peace Award in any way. Now, see the 6th of the October, 3 days from now, and everyone is meeting in Copenhagen, and main job for all the leaders is to laugh at Donald Trump, so that news will spread out. Okay, this is called God. God God saves people. Means God is the God power to save someone is more powerful than someone try to destroy or kill someone. So God is with Mr. Emmanuel Macron. God is with the European Union. If people remember, some time back, Norway, there was a Norway ship that was coming toward the Gaza Strip through Mediterranean Sea to help children out there, and it was seized by Israeli forces. Then Handala ship from Italy, then it was going towards the Gaza Strip, nearly 120 kilometers away from the Gaza Strip it was, and it was seized by Israeli forces. Again, means European Union country, day by day they are dying to save the Gaza Strip people, children out there. Many children are being airlifted to the European Union hospitals now, so that their life can be saved. Now they are doing they are doing now the kind of something can indirect pressure on the Nobel Peace Committee to not elect Donald Trump. Anyway, now 338 candidates are there for Nobel Peace Prize in 2025. Now it is just a matter to wait now and see that this Nobel Peace Award of 2000, I believe, since 1901, when Nobel Peace Prize is being distributed or has been being distributed, 2025 is the hottest one. No one has focused on medicine or physics or chemistry or economics or literature. Everyone has focused on Nobel Peace Prize, and that is from Oslo, Norway. Anyway, let's see who wins. Donald Trump wins, or Mr. Emmanuel Macron or European Union wins. Who wins? I mean, it is the side which is supported by God. He wins, or other side.